Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny and I'm the Curlicue Scrapper here on YouTube, and we have Tool Time Tuesday today. And I am going to be playing with this collection. I'm going to show you in a sec. It is called, let me take it out of the plastic. It is called Cake Smash and it's by Fancy Pants. I don't even remember when I got this. It's a 2019 collection. It's very bright. It's very bold. I don't even remember where I got this. I want to say maybe it was like a warehouse box. I don't know. So let me just show you what I have from the collection. So I just showed you the papers. I have this 6x8 paper pad that came with it. This is not my normal flow, but you're gonna see that for the pictures that I have, it really works. It also came with chipboard. Put it over here so you don't get too much of a glare. And then it also came with these enamel dots. Yeah. Okay. And I have brought in some things from my stash. This is my photo. And these are the papers I've selected. This one for this side. This is going to be my background. And then this is going to be the larger pattern, the smaller pattern back here. But it's all going to be grounded by this background. Where did my photo go? Oh boy. Okay. So here is the photo. You'll see one of the main reasons why I picked this collection. Look at the balloons. Look at her shirt. She's got more of like a pink shirt, but I think that this collection just makes everything pop. There's a lot of like pops of like these colors back here. I know it might not be too clear to see. And then there's more yellow back here. I think this is a good choice for this. And I'm going to use these other colored pattern papers to be able to just have the picture pop. So I did go through my celebration, my birthday stuff in my my themed embellishments. I don't know that I'm going to be able to use any of this, but this is one that I had gotten from a Simple Stories warehouse box. So I pulled this in. Again, don't think I'm going to be able to use that, but I pulled it in for good measure. I did have this die cut from something. I think I already, oh no, the present is there. I think I put it together just so it was ready to go. But the nice thing is that the yellow is not perfect, but the blue really does match well with the blue in the photo, in the papers as well. I also saw this birthday cake from Jolie's. So I threw that in. I have some of these brats that are balloon shaped. So I thought it might be fun to play with those. I have these like old, clip art things that I used to print off, but in her age is 6 in the photo. So I thought maybe I could use that. And I do have some rub-ons in Spanish. So I may end up using some of those as well. I took some scraps from my birthday bin. I tend to keep my birthday stuff together, celebration stuff. So I may be able to use maybe some of it, maybe none of it. Who knows? But that is not going to be the star of the show. All of that is to show you what I've selected, but really the star of the show is going to be decorative scissors. That is the prompt for this month. And full disclosure, I got rid of my decorative scissors moons ago. I think I gave it to my girls to play with when they were little. And then they really didn't. They did for like projects and things like that. But I didn't love the ones that I had. I've seen some of the creators show that they even use some of their decorative scissors even now. I'm not in that camp. Sorry about that. I had a humongous sneeze. So I ended up finding this particular one at a discount store here locally. And the one reason I did get it, because I was thinking of skipping this altogether since I don't have any decorative scissors anymore in my stash. I was thinking about, I'm like, wait a second, this one has like a scalloped edge and I would love to be able to use it beyond just this challenge, to just have an alternative to my border punch, because sometimes I will say my border punch gets stuck. And I know that there's like things I could probably do to it to sharpen it, to get it unstuck. I do eventually get it unstuck, but sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes I think that punch is a lot more trouble than it's worth. But so I tried this already. I have tried it on a layout. So I'm going to give it another go. And I think there's definitely a learning curve when you have one that is shaped like this. I'm sure this is not the only one, but that you just have to make sure that you line it up. And which is why I tried it on a layout before giving it a go for tool time. So this is going to be a tool that I use from my stash. So let's get started and see what we come up with. All right, friends, so here we go. We are making the first cut. I'm going to do a half circle here with this circle cutter. That's a recent addition to my stash. Sometimes I just want to make a circle or a half circle really quick, and I found this one online. I've tried it a couple of times and it works well. I was just too lazy to get my 12 by 12 mat, so I had to kind of readjust. But it's fine. I made it work. And here I'm just going to start trimming down some of my other papers. This yellow paper is going to serve as my background, as I mentioned earlier in the video. So it's going to go like that. And I am going to bring in a couple of other pieces of paper here. I've just kind of I've gone through my papers and I've kind of separated the solids versus the very colorful papers. And I'm going to pick one of each for a couple of strips that I'm going to put towards the top of the page. So here I go. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I'm holding it a little close just so that I can kind of line things up. I realize the more I use this, like the less I kind of have to pay attention to it. It's fine if it's not perfect, and but it takes me a little while to figure this out. You'll see that the second piece of paper goes a lot quicker. I'm making the cuts. It cuts very well, the scissors do. So that's definitely not an issue. So here I'm realizing this, right? Like, oh, I don't have to really overthink this. But I do. I frequently do overthink things. So but that one went fairly fast. And I think I only had one like little strip of paper that was a miss there, but and now I'm just you'll get the view of why it's kind of at an angle once I start adhering things to the top of the layout here. And now I'm just making some decisions around which other one, and I've decided to go with a smaller scale dot here as opposed to the balloons. So here I'm doing the very same thing, and I ended up just cutting both of the papers at an angle with my trimmer, and then they will get adhered down onto the layout. See, so much faster, right? I realized that very quickly. I think I just I'm trying. I don't know why I was being so stingy with the paper, but I was also trying to cut very close to the edge so I don't use it all up. It's fine if I use it all up. So here I'm just kind of showing you what I have created. So I made one of them a little bit longer than the other, and then they're going to rest up here. My desk is a mess right now. Everything is everywhere, and so that's why um, I just have stuff everywhere right now as I'm creating this. And then, what am I doing with this one? I think I'm going to start cutting the strips, maybe. I cut some 1.5-inch strips, and then I'm cutting those in half later on because I'm going to have these fishtail strips of the paper coming out from the circle. And I think I'm just trying to I've pulled a couple of the kind of busier, very colorful papers, and now I'm trying to anchor it with some less busier papers. But I decided to end up cutting this down because I do like that plaid. But I'm looking through and just seeing which ones would make the better strips. I realized that these candles are perfect for the look that I'm going for. So I end up cutting a strip of those. I also like the pink, so I'm using both sides of that particular paper, and I think I'm just cutting out branding strips at this point, just because I'm not a fan of keeping them in. And I'm just looking through. I'm like, well, that's a really small scale. I think I could do with the blue. The other ones are really are a little bit over the top. I wasn't looking for the stripe or anything like that, so I decided to put that one back. So I'm going with this smaller scale because what I also want is for the other papers that have the very colorful icons to pop as they're coming out of the circle. So yeah, that pretty much, I have a kind of a rough going here. And here's the layout so far. I've gone ahead and I've adhered everything. I believe all of the papers in the photo are adhered. I do have a white mat behind the photo. And I'm going to start to embellish here. These, I'm not, if you've been following my channel, you know that I am not a fan of chipboard. I don't really gravitate to it. I don't buy it. If it comes in the kit, like this one, I did not purchase this. If it did, it came like in a warehouse box or something to that effect. But I'm going to make use of it, and I'm going to show you here in a second. I think I do show you a couple of the ways that I do end up using chipboard, because one of the things that I realized about this, about chipboard and the use of chipboard, is that I really don't care for the bulkiness of it. And here I'm just going to end up making some clusters. So I know I want to use that 6, but I need something to rest it on. So I may not do it on camera, but I actually take the layers off of the chipboard and to make it a little bit flatter. Here I'm just looking through just to see if there's any cut aparts. And here in a few seconds, I do have some final shots of the layout and a close-up of each of the clusters. So you may not be able to see it, but just know that I've taken a lot of the backing from the chipboard. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I want to encourage all of you to go and check out everyone else's video. I will have listed in the description box. And until next time, bye for now.